Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Watch There's TV. I'm back with another review, and this one is of South Park, Season 25, Episode 6, Credigree Weed St. Patrick's Day Special. This is the season finale episode of Season 25, I believe, and yeah, this episode was pretty much it was a little bit more funnier than even the previous episode. Oh, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Really appreciate it. I think this episode was a little bit more funnier than the previous episode. Like I said, this one starts off where Stan starts the episode dressed as a leprechaun, wanting his family to celebrate, the new St. Patrick's Day. And Tao helps him sell some weed and gets mad at Steve, because he's doing also the same St. Patrick's Day special. So he's still continuing his rivalry he had from him from earlier this season. Butters pinches one girl at his school he thinks wasn't wearing any green, and he gets arrested for sexual assault of a minor. Even hold on one second. So he ends up getting arrested for the. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So he ends up getting arrested, even though he's a minor himself. So that's pretty weird. But that's the weird word of South Park. We need to find out later on that she actually was wearing green socks, so he just basically assaulted his classmate for nothing. Um, Randy is playing the flute behind bushes. I like that scene where he ended up going to Steve's business, his weed selling event, and he's like hiding behind the bushes, like playing a flute. I thought that was kind of funny. Randy's one of the silliest characters on the show. He's the most, I think, funniest one on South Park. Randy accuses Steve of cultural appropriation because he's dressed like an Irish, and uh, Randy feels that I guess only white people are Irish. I could be wrong, but I believe there's some black people that are Irish too. But yeah, but he basically feels that Steve is doing some cultural appropriation. So Randy and Steve they ended up fighting it out, and Randy ends up getting arrested again, like he usually does. Getting arrested like how he did probably at one of his I think kids sports games or whatever like that. He was taking his shirt off in one of them old episodes of South Park. Randy's always getting arrested, so this probably shouldn't be anything new. Butters has a public defender that wants to help him deal with this whole situation of him getting arrested for assault of a minor, and Butters has this weird urge where he wants to pinch her. I guess he's so interested in his St. Patrick's Day holiday that he even though this is the woman that's going to be his public defender, he wants to pinch her for not wearing green, and she's wearing yellow socks. So he's trying to fight back the urge to not do that, get himself in even more trouble. But Butters is always doing something dumb. She asks Butters to show where did he pinch the girl at, and he's like fighting back the urge. And then he ends up pinching her, and then she completely flips out and like slaps him like 3 times and leaves. So he has no public defender. Just Butters always finding whatever way he can. He's like the nicest character on the show, but he keeps screwing himself up all the time. More people end up getting locked up for basically pinching other people, and these people are drunks. So they end up getting locked up in cells with Butters. Butters prays for a leprechaun to save him, and lo and behold, Randy shows up dressed like a drunk leprechaun. So there's that. People are getting drunk, and they need something to take the. Oh yeah, I like the scene where Steve, some guy comes up to him wanting like 2.5 pounds of weed, and this guy, I like the way he says. I like it like when South Park throws in like that humor where they're just talking and they say some real screwed up stuff and they just say it so like it's normal. And he says to Steve, people are getting drunk and they need something to get the edge off, before they start doing coke at 7. I thought that was just the way he just says it with a smile, like it's just old man says something as foul as that. He just said it so briefly. I just thought that was kind of funny when he said that to Steve. And the guy ends up wanting 2.5 tons of weed from Steve, and his weed business just booming. And his wife was wondering like how are we gonna do that, but they find some way to make it, and they stack their money, just getting successful while Randy's business is going nowhere. Randy wants Steve to basically Randy has this plan to bring weed to the police office, to the police station, which is anyway. So that's what his plan was. Butters tries to like give some type of history lesson to like the drunks in a jail cell. They're not listening. One dude just farts. I thought that was pretty funny. But Butters pinches a cop, and he pretty much acted like he was completely violated. And Butters ends up getting completely stun gunned, and just Butters doing dumb stuff. The boys finally end up listening to Randy, and they bring a large cake to the police station. And Randy's so dumb. He says, "I told you to bring weed, not cake." Which says that right in front of the cop. And he says, "Oh," like as if these cops weren't really end up, actually searching that cake. But it's a South Park, so don't take it seriously. And they ended up putting a jar of weed inside the cake. So and the cops end up getting some weed. Randy was going to use the weed to, I guess, distract the cops or something like that. I think that was his plan. But instead, the cops end up getting some of Steve's weed, and his Randy's plan completely fails. Randy suddenly gets like these Irish powers, and he's able to break out of his cell with Butters, and knocks the cops out of the way, who are just too stoned to really stop him. And like I said, Steve's business is a complete success. It's doing phenomenal, stacking money. And I like the part where the news anchor got on TV and was talking about how the cops were just entirely way too high to stop Butters. Well, really, they were supposed to be stopping Randy, but people are so caught up in Steve, they're not paying. They're so caught up in. They were supposed to stop both of them, but they were so caught up in Butters because Butters is the sexual predator that they completely ignore Randy. So I thought that was kind of funny. Um, Let me see. Randy ended up finally going to Steve's integrity party or whatever like that, and tells everybody his weed was stolen. That Steve stole his weed and all this other stuff like that, and everybody's all shocked. And then Butters pretty much ends up getting caught out at the party, like, yo, that's a sexual predator, even though he just pinched somebody, but they're over exaggerating. So Butters almost gets shot by the cops till the actual St. Patrick comes and to the party and tells people what the true meaning of St. Patrick's Day is, and he ends up going around pinching people. Everybody gets mad, and they're like, "Yo, St. Patrick, you're, I call him a, whatever." And they're completely turned off by him. He's the one that probably should really be getting arrested instead of Butters, but so everybody gets turned off. They leave. They're like, "Screw this party," and everybody leaves. And I did like that one person. I forgot who said it. Some one of the people said something about St. Patrick's Day is the only holiday that white people have left that they can celebrate. I thought that was pretty hilarious because I guess white people, the holidays that they have, I guess are getting stopped. I don't know. So they said that on South Park. I thought that was kind of funny when they said that. And then basically the episode ends with people, well, not people, but really Butters having to do community service for just pinching this one classmate. And that's it. This episode was a lot more funnier. I gotta say, was it funnier than the previous episode? Same level. Some episodes I didn't like the season. Some were better than the others. I don't know if this. I'm assuming this is the last episode of this season, and I'm guessing that by next year, 2023, they're going to be having season 26. I never really paid attention to how many episodes there are in South Park show. So is it normal to have like 6 episodes a season? I don't think I knew any TV show that had that short amount of episodes. So I guess this was the season finale. I guess there's no episodes for the rest of this year, so I'm guessing the new season going to come. I guess the beginning of next year. I think it's probably my first time actually watching a full season of South Park. I've always watched the show in bits and pieces, and one episode here and there. So this show clearly been on almost as long as I've been alive. So yeah, um, so it was pretty funny. I like the whole St. Patrick's theme and everybody getting drunk and stuff. That was kind of funny. I like some of the quotes that they had about like I said, white people can't celebrate any holidays no more. I thought that was kind of funny. But the season was good. This episode was good, pretty funny, and I don't know much I can say. This season had only 6 episodes, and they're only 30-minute episodes, so it's not much I can take from that. Most shows I watch are about an hour long, probably maybe 10, 20 episodes a season. So I don't know what else to say. It was a funny episode, cool season, and yeah, whenever they come out with season 26 or whatever new South Park special, I'll be doing a review on that. If you like South Park, like, comment, subscribe, share to Watch Darius TV. I'll be doing a review of whatever new stuff, TV shows and stuff that South Park have, and yeah, I really don't know much else to say. So thanks for watching my video.